I'm just gonna throw on my other headset.
Yeah, sure. Okay, we're live, so I can share it.
Commercials playing.
Really? I have ad block, so I don't see any.
Commercial. Come on. All right. Go ahead and say something, Lemmy.
Sure. Fucking hell.
Oh,
Typo. Yeah, I delete.
Right, let me just. I just have to adjust the sound.
Okay, I will make the tweet. Okay, this time without typos.
I don't want it to be like we can't hear. All right, I think we're good.
Yeah. Let me check. Oh, okay, perfect.
We're live.
Yeah.
A little early.
A little early. 47 minutes. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So I finished leveling chef cooking today. And yeah, I can finally review it to the point. So first of all, as I already said to you, it's more fun than classic leveling because you get a collection that's quite fun. The progression is like that. You will get at level 400. You will get a mail from the that chef that wanted to try bloodstone dust in cooking.
Yeah.
And anyway, that guy sends us mail and tells us that basically we can level up, but we have to cook a special platter of some food. So basically you discover and stuff that you need to cook for that platter. Wiki helps, and when you have it, you come to him and he unlocks the collection for you. Now you can do the collection. You don't have to if you want to rush to the 500, and you would save about 100 gold. However, that collection is pretty essential. First of all, that collection gives you 50 levels in cooking, which is half, and also you get special stuff like special salvage kit for salvaging food. Until now we could barely sell some food, and other food had to be thrown out. Now we can salvage it because we get new resources. That's one thing. Another thing is that if you wouldn't do that collection, you wouldn't be able to obtain some materials because a special kind of meat is unlocked after you do the part of the collection. The collection is basically you go to each racial city. There is a chef, and they teach you something. You have to cook something for them first, 3 meals, and then they give you a special assignment. For example, the char will show you how to cut the meat. Basically, you have to do some event with the cows. Meetoberfest around that area, and he shows you it to you, and then you are able to obtain that kind of meat. And other ones need you to, for example, Norn Chef builds an oven for you, and you have to give some ascended materials for him. So yeah, that's where the price of around 100 gold comes from.
That's
But
still not that bad.
yeah, but it's fun. It's fun and it gives you useful stuff to you. One Silvari gives you a garden plot. You know those in gem store that are sold garden plots. Basically, you buy a garden plot for your home instance,
Yeah.
and you can grow some seeds there. And now you get one for free, basically, which is nice. And it's required for growing of special ascended seeds for the ascended cooking. So again, useful, and I found it quite fun, and it wasn't that bad. I just popped the booster, and it took me only three days because I was time gated.
Yeah.
Because those ascended materials, I didn't have problem with them, but one cook is a human cook. He requires 3 heat stones, and the heat stone is an old material, ascended one, that you got for your Maudry backpack. You know that
Oh, yeah.
modern vine. Yeah, so you can craft 1 per day. So I crafted 1 per day, and then I went to Mount Maelstrom because that chef told me he needs heated stones, better than just heat stones. So I presumed that I will go to Mount Maelstrom and use it on the heart of the destroyer like we used to. And I got an upgraded version. But then I found out that, unfortunately, he wants 3 normal heat stones. And I was time gated. So I had to wait 1 more day because of that. So yeah, now one, I think it's called Destroyer Heated Stone, is just sitting in my inventory and can't be used for anything because I already have Maudry and it's useless. I can't salvage it, I can't sell it, and I spent around 30 gold for it. So yay. but yeah, that's on me. Anyway, for around 40 minutes until our reveal. So yeah, what are your
Svanir. Svanir's coming. Svanir, Jor from the Mist, Joriskin is going to be one of the new characters to relieve or to replace Rox, who's down with the Omicron Persei 8 char.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't expect much. I'm actually pretty happy that it's finally Norn lore. After 7 years, I'm about damn well due for some Norn lore. Yeah. Just a note too. Yeah. Memes are playing in honor of Mighty Teapot. So, but yeah, I mean, I feel like they kind of spoiled a lot of hype this morning. They've already done a interview on Instagram. The guy that's hosting it up, and
I missed it. Did you?
No, I didn't watch it. No, I want to leave some surprise.
I've heard that it was very short and very hard to
understand.
Listen to. So I don't think that much was even spoken about. Yeah.
What was spoken about really was basically he said the same thing that we've already known, which was it's mostly about living story. For those that don't know, Levi and I have a bet, and I've already lost it. I lost it weeks ago. What's the only way I can win is if they reveal Svanir coupled with something else. I forgot. That was like the win ratio.
No. Let me clarify. The original bet was that I thought that they will show us nothing more than Living Story 5.
Yes.
And maybe some features with it. But Living Story 5, no additional announcement for, let's say, expansion or Guild Wars 3 or Guild Wars Mobile, etc. You thought that they will show us Guild Wars 3 teaser.
Yes.
That they will announce Guild Wars 3. That was the original bet. And then we got an additional bet. Let me check.
I lost,
it.
so it's up to Levi to keep it straight.
Well, we don't know. They might still announce expansion that will come after. Maybe Living Story 5 will be, I don't know, 3 episodes long, and they will go straight into expansion. We don't know. Anyway, so yeah, that was the original bet.
Mm-hmm.
And then that you basically lost. Let's agree on that, but let's see if it's really like that. But then there was an additional condition that wait a second. Yeah, you predicted that Guild Wars 2 will be announcing that it's going on Xbox.
Oh, that was, but it's actually PlayStation. We found out. Well, you found out.
well, yeah. Again, for those that don't know, yesterday or a day before that, I was lurking around LinkedIn because I like to look for the artists of Guild Wars and try to find out if they haven't shown something that hasn't been talked about yet. Or basically, I like the artwork, and I found one environmental artist on LinkedIn that had in his resume. He's still working in ANET, and he had in his resume he catered to shippable quality performance requirements on the PlayStation 4. And helped conceive imaginative ideas for various VR projects that were unshipped. Okay, those VR projects, I think we can we can throw away because they were stated as unshipped, and I take it as cancelled.
Mm-hmm. And
but that PlayStation 4 as a senior environment artist in ArenaNet that's still there, that's a little bit strange.
See, my only argument with that, well, not argument, but my only problem with that whole theory is that PlayStation 4 coding, base coding, is much different than Xbox. Xbox basically uses a window kernel. ANET likes things quick and easy. So Xbox is really the better choice, especially when it's looking for exclusivity. But I mean, it's interesting to see PlayStation. I know the last time we did the podcast, there was a lot of speculation about a console reveal, which would be good. Sorry for that loud thing. Hold on, I gotta turn off my system noises. But basically, I don't know. I don't see why they would do PlayStation over Xbox. That's my only issue with it. Because it's just so much simpler to do Xbox. It's just a straight port, really.
I don't really know much about it, but there's still a possibility that they will do port for, as long as they go to Xbox, they can go to PS4 as well. Maybe they can do crossplay, although I can't imagine it really.
Yeah, Tim saying in chat, for Nintendo DS, it could be on Switch. And for all you Oculus owners, there is a way for you to sideload. I think it's AVSR is the name of the program. It's some desktop program, and you can play Guild Wars 2 on your Oculus.
I think it's AWSR.
Yeah,
or something like that. Yeah,
but you can play Guild Wars 2 in VR.
Well, but Nintendo Switch has even less buttons, doesn't it?
I think so.
Because the toggles 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe that seems even less than other consoles.
Yeah,
I don't know. Guild Wars 2 on a phone? No. Go away.
Why not? Why not? Guild
We
Wars
don't-
on a phone, definitely.
Yeah, Guild Wars performance on desktops is shitty. Imagine on mobile phone.
Yeah.
Maybe they would go for Stadia, but I don't think that Google would go for it because they can't guarantee some good performance, really. So I don't know.
Stadia is dead on arrival.
Yeah, I think so too.
I watched this guy's on YouTube. It's Metal Jesus Rocks is a YouTube channel. He's like a retro gamer. He did a really good breakdown on Stadia and why it sucks so bad. But basically, in his ISP, that's the word I'm looking for. He has an extended plan, and he could track how much data he's using. He's saying right now, before even using a Stadia, he's using 750 gigabytes of data for his YouTube uploads and everything else. So basically, the things he said was basically in a month you could use like over a terabyte of bandwidth with the Stadia if you're playing in 4K for only an hour. So it's like crazy.
That's a problem for America, let's say Australia, because I've heard that they don't have a very good internet there. Also, Europe should be majorly okay with it because we are not used to data caps.
Yeah.
But yeah, a big part of world has problems with data caps, and Google just shrugs and they say, oh, you know, internet providers will adjust. No, they won't. Anyway, back to Guild Wars. What would you like to be revealed? What would make you excited?
All right,
what would make you log in daily?
To log in daily, playable Coden. Playable Coden with a 1 in 15 map with a very small backstory is enough to get me back in every day.
For how long though? Because you know we are veterans, and we would just boost them to max level and then be done with them. And you know, the novelty will go away after some time. I wouldn't say it would last long.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it's enough. It's enough of a bold move on ArenaNet's part to win back some of my trust. Realistically, I think that they're going to announce alliances today. And if they announce alliances today, at the very least, I'll be back in on Reset. Because right now, I haven't been playing on Reset because I kind of feel bad because we kind of, Gallus and I piggybacked with HCH. And, you know, there was a lot of times where the queues were high and like me showing up, I felt like I was kicking somebody out of their guild mission or whatever, you know, their guild raid time. So I haven't really been coming. Sue from HCH is saying in chat, no. They do have WW announcements. That shaman also said that that stupid stat swap thing that they're doing, which can, you know, pardon my French, but it can eat a cock, in my opinion. I don't want that. I want something substantial. I want alliances because alliances is what did it. It changed a lot of things. People have been waiting for a long time.
Wait, we see Ruby.
Ah!
Hi, Tyria, and happy
Why
Friday.
so soon?
Welcome to our big Guild Wars 2 Living World announcement live.
They have to show the crowd.
I'm your host, Ruby.
Pre-show.
For the pre-show, I am super
Yeah,
excited for you guys to find
I
out
see
what we have to
Jebro.
tell you at 9 o'clock. The more
But
theater is filling up behind me, and
Does he
many
play LOL
seats
now?
are empty.
Incredibly excited for 9 o'clock.
I don't
To
know.
help me pass the time,
He's a
I know
variety
you're all
streamer.
as impatient, as excited as I am. We're going to talk to some of the familiar faces in our Guild Wars 2 community, starting with this first friend. Hi, this is a face that a lot of you know, but I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Camille Meese, also known as Rin. I'm a community
Rin the
creator
Yordle.
and partner for Guild Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why don't you
I'm going to
tell us-
turn the
well, first
memes
tell us
off for
a little
now.
bit about why you love Guild Wars 2.
Why I love it?
You have to pick one.
I have to pick just one. Only
Just one.
Asura.
Yeah, Asura is cool,
Done.
but
That's
Kodam
it.
would be better.
No.
I'm going to talk over these people. I am going to say, you know, kudos to Ruby.
Community as
Um,
well has been a
she
For
seems-
what?
for that
She seems more comfortable.
Stay away from it.
Yeah.
She seems
So why don't
comfortable.
you
She's
tell us a
usually
little bit
very
about what you do for the Guild Wars?
rigid and like
Nervous.
you know.
So a lot of the art that
I
I
mean,
make,
she obviously had a good breakfast.
I guess they rehearsed a lot.
I love
Maybe
creating a lot of the different
that's
characters
why,
and stuff like that.
or the things have been going better than expected.
You name it. So
Yeah.
it's all out
So
there.
yeah,
Doesn't Jebro play like LOL
yeah,
now?
he plays many games as far as I
He
know.
doesn't really do much GW2 coverage though, does
All
he?
right, and another
I
thing that
don't know,
you
but
designed are
you know,
t-shirts.
he has been
Speaking about t-shirts, you're
PvP
gonna hold this for a
focused,
second while you
and
ditch the
since
hoodie.
PvP
Yeah,
hasn't been
so
very
Camille has designed
focused
a new
on by
t-shirt
the
for
by
the next
arena
World
nets, I wouldn't
thing
blame
that I'm
him.
not going to tell you about quite yet. But Camille has designed this. Where can they get this?
Oh,
Can
what
you
is
see it
Streamlabs
online?
doing?
Yes, the
Whoa.
you will never no.
Streamlabs is doing something.
Sorry, Sue. I didn't mean for my stupid automatic bot that I didn't
So please
turn on to yell at you. Stop yelling.
So everybody else is also a community content creator, makes amazing stuff on there. So my shirt will be there. There's also the arena now.
Oh, this is the We Love Fine commercial. Or no, what is it? For fans, by fans now?
It's all there from mouse pad.
They have a different name every
Everything.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
It's awesome. All right.
I don't understand it. And anyway, yeah, this is just a commercial. This is not a pre-show.
Yes, I'm ready.
I'm wearing Levi's
I'm
shirt.
incredibly excited. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm
That is
wearing,
available on We Love Fine or Two Gamers, Four Gamers. Or
I'm wearing a Heart of Thorns t-shirt, and that was one I got on a convention 4 years ago, long time ago.
That is a very dangerous outfit.
My name is Anna here. In the internet, I am
Well.
from Seattle, and I've been
Goddamn.
cosplaying Guild Wars 2 since
Stack on her. She's a commander.
Just be careful.
2012. Yeah, your Silverite cosplay was one of my
Wow.
favorite cosplays ever. I loved it.
Thank you.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about Seattle cosplay, because you've been doing some amazing things.
I started Seattle cosplay because I was working at a desk job.
It's
and
not
my
bad.
background was always
It's
in
not
fashion
bad.
design,
I-
and I wanted to be
Yeah.
so involved in that. And I started playing.
Yeah,
a lot of Guild
I
Wars
know
2
what
and various other video
outfit
games, and
it's
making
supposed to be in
costumes
game.
and
So
cosplay
Oh,
is,
do you?
my
Sure.
passion.
Oh, I don't.
yeah, it's
You've done really well.
I think from Silver Waste.
And you sat for a
The one from
Ah.
Silver Waste. That one had headpiece like that, and the butterflies.
Yeah, bioluminescent
The
setting
carapace,
is what
yeah.
Cumberly,
Yeah,
our
that
artist,
one.
painted for, was it PAX last year?
I think it was PAX, the art panel last year.
And
Yes.
we ended up
Anyway,
doing a
yeah,
charity,
playable
so
Conan.
thank you so
Conan
much for your contribution for
would
that.
be
Thank you. Thanks
Coden
for having me.
would be awesome, but I think that we need some progression, some content that isn't done once and you're done. We need something to work towards, to strive towards, to play daily, and not just because of time gating.
We need progression. Progression is not a
Yeah.
bad thing. Let's have some progression, man.
Yeah, that's what the leveling of the cooking from 400 to 500 reminded me of, because it felt like a breath of fresh air when I was improving myself by not just farming events but doing something specific. That was great, and we need
charity.
that
I will
more.
take that, and I will see you
Yep.
after the show. Thank you.
So I'm gonna
Speaking of charity, we
just
have
for
two of
chat.
my favorite people coming up next.
I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit for now
let you both
because
introduce yourselves.
oh, this is
Yeah,
Extra Life. I did Extra Life for 3 years.
People might know me on
Oh.
the webs, right?
Nice.
Anyway.
I run the Guild Wars 2 Artist Collective,
I'm not gonna
which
go
is
down that
for
road.
About 200-ish different
Let's see
artists
here.
from around the world. They composed of both artists and writers and cosplayers and
Da,
other
da,
people who do things for the Guild Wars 2 community.
Let's
And
turn
we
you
put
down
together,
a little bit. Nothing against that. Extra Life is a great charity. The only thing is I was looking for support from ANET for 2 years and they gave me none. And then on the third year, they actually went in, which I was really super happy about because Extra Life is like seriously the best. It's the best charity around. Like 95% of all the proceeds raised go directly to a children's medical hospital and goes directly to children. So it's really great. But Ruby asked me to I filled 2 hours on their stream the last year that I did it, and she didn't even plug my podcast.
Yeah,
Punk.
I would say that Guild Wars has been like that overall with plugging plugging people and besides you know nothing bad against the creative partners. I love art and I draw myself, but I think that ANET should also support more people that do something else, like Teapot did,
Choking
for
up a
example.
lung here. Water
Yeah.
ran down the wrong pipe. I swear it's not
Jesus.
alcohol.
Jesus.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I gotta take my digs.
Yeah, well,
It wouldn't be me if I didn't dig
I
at them once in a while. It's all
no,
good
no,
fun.
no. I agree with you. It wouldn't hurt Aina to support more of content creators that aren't just artists.
12 more days. So this is getting funded really
I think that's better.
all done amazing pitching in. It's fantastic to see.
There we go.
You all are.
I'm really just screwing around. I'm really just screwing around. It's nothing against Rudy. I just wanted to do it. That was for you, Romo. So, predictions.
Predictions. Living Story 5, obviously. Then alliances, build templates, new mount. All of that was confirmed, and I don't expect nothing more, honestly.
Story directions definitely going to
To North.
to
Yeah.
Jormag. What I
Yeah.
hope they do this time, I'm a little bummed with Path of Fire because there's still known areas in Alona that haven't been opened up. I don't want anything Choya, Tim. But
Yeah.
there's huge sections, and like this is what always bothered me about ArenaNet and the narrative team. There's just maps that we know of, and now that Joko's gone, and for the most part, the Awaken have pretty much allied themselves with the commander to fight dragons. Why am I not free to walk around alone and explore all these places?
Because they are frozen in time.
It's just silly.
Well,
so
but
silly.
you know, it's the same like asking why is the mesmer bubble still around Divinity's Reach when you are in that map above it.
No,
You
that's
know,
fine. It's fine, but my only issue is like before, if you play Guild Wars 1, then you know the southwest area under the Maguma jungle, there was nothing there. And before Winds of Change and the War in Kryta took over, there was nothing there but to explore that land and get cartography. That was it. And I loved that about Guild Wars, that there was just nothing there but baddies and stuff. So they're wrapping this up. I didn't turn this down to crap on Extra Life or Ruby or anything like that. I just turned it down because I honestly didn't expect them to do this pre-show. Everybody should support Extra Life. I'm going to say that. It's a great charity. ArenaNet has consistently done a great job with Extra Life, and they should be applauded. So just wanted to say that. But anyway, I would
by the way, the one in the middle is Mel. She organizes, Guild Wars 2 Art Collective.
She's awesome.
I used to do two collaborations with them. They're great, and they also do this stuff for charity. So
yeah, they do, and they should.
Yeah, that's nice.
I mean, it's cool. But anyway, back to predictions. I think that a lot of people.
Team Build wants Choya playable race. Get out. No playable race. Definitely not Choya.
No, not a Choya.
There's like asking for Quagga. Jesus.
That was a thing. All right, so anyway, other predictions. They did say they were talking about festivals. Most of the festivals were taken care of. Wow, that's really strange.
That's Griffin, I guess, and and the
Oh my
Choya.
God! There you go, Tim. There you go, Tim.
Hi. All right. So
What the?
Maybe,
All right, hold on. I gotta turn this
maybe,
Streamlabs thing
maybe,
off.
maybe even the Willa Fine sells this costume.
I have to turn this off because he's like
Jesus.
yelling at everybody in chat. I have. It's been a while
Oh,
since I streamed. The Streamlab.
is deleting stuff?
No, it's modding my channel, and I didn't turn it
Yeah.
on. Hold on. Let me figure this out. I gotta go over to Streamlabs. Tim,
Yeah,
you use as many syllables as you want, buddy. We're turning this shit off. Streamlabs.
Yeah. Anyway, about those predictions, I don't expect anything big for PvP. Alliances will as much as the WW will get. So
Well, but
meh.
keep in mind too that the Swiss tournament has been hanging about for quite a while. So the Swiss style tournament getting away from that Glico bull crap. So I wouldn't be surprised if they came up with something like that, where they're introducing the new Swedish format for their tournaments. Which would be
Swiss,
good.
not Swiss, not Swedish.
Well, same thing.
A bit down south.
A bit down south. That's fine.
Or a bit more to Vappy. Yeah. Anyway, seriously, what are they doing on the official stream?
Well, these guys show up, and that's cool that they put some work into it. But it's
just
just
imagine 45 minutes of talking to cosplayers and Choya, etc.
Hey, how are you?
I mean, I'm sure it ties in with their whole friendship thing, which is they're still trying to quantify.
Can I admit how much I hate the phrase "we're here to celebrate the community"? It's so overused. Seriously, can't we be here to do anything else?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
like
Guild
why?
Wars community, most friendly community, etc. Yeah, we have also the game, and the game has its part. How about not talk about it? You know, I'm not talking about this stream now. It's normal to bring also the valuable people from the community. Is great, but on each Q&A we are here to celebrate the community, to celebrate. Why not just talk about stuff?
Why not make content?
Yeah, that's for another discussion, I guess.
Why not make content? That's all I'm saying.
I would like content, yeah. And cooking was a great content for 2 days. Yeah, I liked it, but I would like something that would last longer.
Yeah. All right. If I get a feedback loop, I'm sorry. But I have to turn this stupid thing off, and the only way I can do it is from my dashboard.
Anyway, Kantha seems pretty unrealistic. We can, I think, all agree on that. Because, you know, only if Jormek went north to Kantha, you know, with the style of Cormir that went north to Vabi. But anyway, yeah, Kantha is off the table for now, I guess. They could, of course, announce an expansion that would go to Kantha after this living story. I don't know, seems a bit unlikely now. I would like it. I would like playable Tangle, but yeah, we're going north. We like the Norn, and yeah. The Guild Wars 2 wiki guy is going to take a... Okay, we are going to watch the crowd.
Watch the snowstorm. Watch this crowd. Everybody is super excited.
What is going
Okay.
on?
All right. This person's guild is watching, so.
Any problem?
There we go. Nope, I got it.
All right.
I turned
Okay.
modding off, guys. Sorry about that. So sorry. I had no idea that was even on. Hey, they left. Okay, so we could talk now.
Yeah. They announced that they're going to watch the crowd. So very interesting for 15 minutes. Anyway, I talked about Kantha, you know.
I don't think we'll ever see Kantha. I just don't. I doubt it'll ever come. I think it's just too much work for them.
Well, I wouldn't say it's more work. Let's say Vabi. You know.
Well, they have to get some kind of counseling, I guess, on how they're going to set up Kantha in a way that's not. What is this? What are you guys doing, man? I'd rather see the picture. Anyway,
Yeah.
hold on.
So they didn't lie when they said we are going to watch the crowd. Anyway, it seems fuller than before, which is great.
Yeah, I mean
It's-
it's what 8:30. It's 10 minutes before 9 there, so that's fine.
Yeah, it should have 500 people or 500 seats. And it seems
I think that's what they said. It
quite
was like
full now.
500 seats,
Yeah.
which is great and all, but I mean, to pack this many people into a theater and say, "Hey, we all know
Living
we're
story.
fighting either Sons of Svanir or
Yeah.
Jormag," and hopefully,
I think
Jormag's
both.
yeah. But the
I
thing
think
is
both.
they have to take time to set it up. So is all of Living Story season 5, because this is their setup now. They have a front half of the season and back half. Episode 1 through 3 is the front
Well-
half. Episode
Well, look at it this way. How much time was there to set up a fight with Croc? 3 episodes?
yeah.
So they obviously may not think that it's necessary to take longer time to set up Jormak or Sons of Svanir.
But
I'd
if the
say.
first line of episode 1, season 5 is Jormag's awake, Timey comes on the communicator. Oh, Jormag's awake. Why is that our problem now? Shouldn't Aurene take care of that? Aurene's an Elder Dragon. Why do we have to get involved?
That's a good point. I didn't think of that. It would be great if we again had multiple options in conversation from personal story. I would like an option. Send Aurene. It's her problem now. I don't care.
Yeah. Tim, they are done with expansions. That's pretty much been all but confirmed. I have no idea. Since Mike Z announced that they were going to be releasing expansion-like content to Living Story.
However, he announced it when they were moving people off Guild Wars 2 and wanted to make it look like they are still working fully on Guild Wars while working on other stuff. So now that they have moved people back, who knows? But it's very possible that they might try to present Living Story 5 as, look, we don't need expansions. We will just release it like a Living Story.
It's painfully obvious to me, though, right now that NCSoft pulled a Blizzard. If you remember back in the end of 2018, Blizzard fired 20% of their staff. And shortly after that, NCSoft fired a third of ANET staff, plus whoever else that got affected in NCSoft West that we don't know about. They're hiring now. And I'm not sure that Matt Medina got a job.
No, he's as far as I know, he's not returning to ANET.
I know, but if you are allowed to hire, if you're allowed to hire narrative staff, why not pull somebody back in with 15 years experience on the game?
That's why because they would have much higher salaries in comparison to the interns they can take, and that will take maybe third of the salary of an experienced person. That's
Yeah, but
a
that's
standard practice in this industry.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
let's fire the veterans, and then let's hire the newbies.
Yeah, I don't understand why anybody would ever want to work in video game industries. It's such a horrible, toxic environment. Hearing things now like people are coming out about Jeremy Soule, which is unfortunate. You know, it's the video game industry is really I don't know, man. I don't know.
Toxic.
It's horrible. It's horrible. Yeah. It's you know, with people working, you know, hundreds of hours a week, and then you know you're hearing about rapes and sexual harassment and everything going on, and then you're hearing about you're there, you could be there working hard and doing well, and Guild Wars 2 is never an arena that never had to deal with layoffs, but guess what's going to happen next year? It's done.
We're cutting costs, so goodbye.
All right, let's get happy. 7 minutes. We're going to be open. I'm going to be open to what's coming. I am not expecting anything of substance. I think what they are going to do is a hard reset on either their release schedule or on the fact that they're going to I threw away the tinfoil hat. It's gone. It's gone. But anyway, it's just I don't think this is going to be anything really substantial. I think we're going to get cool stuff. I think they definitely have something up their sleeve.
Yeah, Norn lore is always great by me, and if they add more codens, I would be happy. If they add playable codens, I would be happy just like you. I would log in just to unlock them and play as them, but that's not sustainable. That's not something that I would have fun with over a long time. And yeah, I just expect these 45 minutes to be talking about previous living story a lot, and what feelings the developers felt when something happened in living story, how much Orin is awesome, and
the story's a cannonball. It's a cannonball out of control. Fuck that guy.
I don't think that Tom will be there. And anyway, it was overhyped for what we got. For me, it was okay, but I expected more. But it definitely felt like they were planning for Living Story 4 to be the final one. So this next one may be a little bit of a blank slate. And it seems like that we had no teases at the end of Living Story 4. What will happen? So yeah, maybe a good story will happen in Living Story 5. Maybe we will get something exciting, but the previous experience says, I'd say, differently.
Yeah.
But in the end, MMORPG story is always mediocre or okay at best because it's MMORPG, but yeah, I don't expect much. Stuff I would like is pretty unrealistic with the attitude ANET has to some stuff and some development, and saying that something is too hard and just leaving it.
They have to get away from that mentality, that because I mean we've been playing Destiny 2 and having that gear progression that I'm working for now. It sucks to grind that gear out, but when you get that gear and you get your power level up to 550, 600, 650, 700, and you can start raiding, that's the payoff, man. And I wish
I agree.
I wish ArenaNet would adopt that. But I think that the best years of ArenaNet are behind them with Guild Wars 2. I think they are moving on to something else. I don't know if it's Guild Wars 3. but I think the one thing that I do like about this is that it looked like they had an exit strategy for Guild Wars 2 to keep it up.
They had hard to say what they are now.
They're gonna keep it live.
We'll see shortly how ambitious their plans are, but I think that people that are expecting expansion or new
That's
game
not
announcement will be very disappointed. I think that all this hype and all this new marketing is because when NCSoft made ANET lay off so many people, they also made them do some stuff that they don't usually do, like marketing.
Well,
you know, the billboards started appearing.
Well, but that was a 1 month thing. But they
also
merged
the commercials and these.
Yeah, but they also merged NCSoft West with ArenaNet.
I wouldn't say that they were merged. I would say that they are a sub organization.
I believe the CEO said that they were merging. 2 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes. Chat predictions. Let's go.
I would love a cinematic. Cinematic would be awesome. But who knows?
We might get a cinematic. The common theme that I saw so far on Reddit and Twitter was that whatever's coming is going to be no Troya. Whatever's coming is going to be released on September 12th.
12th?
That's according to some teases by
17th. 17th.
I thought it was a 12th.
12th is a Thursday. 17th. Yeah. Well, yeah. And that goes with the living story. It should be around 3-4 months after the last one. So, yeah. But I don't expect anything bigger than just living story. And Jormak, Sons of Svanir are now attacking because of some reason. Let's save Tyria yet again. Orin, help us. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have much hope for the story at all. I think it's too basic.
I would love much darker story. Much darker. Yeah. You know, not just everything is fun and love will always. No, don't do that.
It's not.
I don't want to play My Pony Island.
My Pony Island. Yes, we don't want that. I want to replay Claw Island. I want to see my mentor get shredded by an undead effing dragon. That's what I want.
Yeah. 1 minute, less than 1 minute, 50 seconds.
All right, here comes the cutscene. Get him in. Well, it was Tox wants Cantha, Tim, again with his Troya nonsense. He wants Troya death animations in WW. I don't know what that is.
Troya animations in WW. Maybe a battle tonic.
30 seconds.
Jesus,
all right, here we go.
That would be stupid.
They explode like watermelons. That is true. It's 15 seconds. I am legit excited.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Disappointment. And nothing happened.
It's showtime. Please welcome your host from Kinda Funny.
Okay, so
Greg
no
Miller.
cinematic.
Not yet.
What's up,
Greg is cool.
community? How are you guys today?
I think that is a char. That's a char. That's definitely a char.
I love this audience already. Thank you so
Makes no
much
sense.
to everyone here in Seattle for joining us in this
That's
historic
all. That's
War
Fania right
Theater.
there.
How are you guys doing today? I'm going to need you to keep that energy up all day long, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't pull my dick. Just give us something, please.
No, it is char. It is char.
So
That's a char.
Yeah,
Definitely a char.
Cheer. Give it to them. When they say something you don't like, boo them until you are hoarse. Just boo them until nothing else. Thank you, everyone, of course, for joining us today. Is everybody
And
ready
the
to hear
living
about Guild Wars
world.
2?
Okay.
The living world. Excellent. If you said no, you were about to have a very boring hour. We are going to be premiering the first look at the all-new Living World story coming to Guild Wars 2. Everyone is so excited to share it with you. But before we get to all of that, please put your hands together and help me welcome Game Director Mike Z to the stage.
I want another awkward Mo, like in Heart of Thorns.
Can we please just not circle jerk?
Thank you
please?
so much for all of you joining us here in Seattle, those of us who are joining online.
Okay,
very,
so
very
it
special game
begins.
because of this community. So first and foremost, I definitely want to thank you for helping us celebrate this week the 7th anniversary of Guild Wars 2.
Time flies.
The love and passion that you all show this franchise is what drives us every single day.
You're so freaking
So I speak for the entire team on Guild Wars 2 when I say that we are pumped to finally show you and unveil the next chapter of Living World. But before I get to that, I want to take a quick, brief moment to look at where the game is today.
Spoilers.
All right, video I'll watch. Jesus Christ. It didn't do Dragon Bash. It didn't do Labyrinthian Cliffs. It didn't get my Sky Scale yet.
I did. It was okay. A little bit grindy.
I will get it. I will. That was so disappointing. Joko's here. Joko's got the Scarab Plague. Joko's dead.
Yeah.
Krauke's here. Krauke's
Chomp.
dying. Krauke's dead.
Orin's here.
The worst
Orin's
possible
dead.
ending to the story
Since
ever.
Path of Fire launched in 2017,
Really?
there has been an amazing amount of content added to this game.
Not
We
really.
continued the epic story in the Elodian
Epic.
Desert after the defeat of Balthazar and the struggle of emerging powers in the vacuum that happened thereafter. In 6 episodes across Season 4, we put you face to face with Kralkatork in 2 massive confrontations, and also helped you
That were
prepare
hastily
already
ended.
for the next chapter of Tyria. We welcome back 2 classic festivals, Dragon Bash and Festival of the Four Winds, in addition to adding additional content to all of our existing festivals. We introduced 3 additional mounts, the Speedy Roller Beetle, the Battle-Hardened Warclaw, and the Soaring Sky Scale, giving you all new ways to explore the massive world of Tyria. For our PvP players, we rolled out new maps.
What new maps?
We just started
Even mounts have pronouns, dude.
very shortly. We're
What
about
the
to
fuck?
start
versus
testing
2
some
map?
style tournaments.
Or which other map?
There was one map that I knew of. I haven't PvP'd in a
On
long
World
time.
versus World side, we released private squad support, new rewards, the previously mentioned Warclaw, and new live events. The
And
next
fuck
major
off.
Focus for us is landing world
Wait,
production,
wait.
aimed at creating a more balanced and automated environment. Earlier this week, we also introduced Cooking 500 to the chefs of Tyria, and they've been
7 years.
so you can find even more delicious meals being made within the game. Dedicated players also now have more flexibility in customizing their builds with the introduction
Yeah,
of
the
legendary
UI was
legendary
terrible.
weapons and sigils, allowing you to create the perfect gear stats for any situation. And this leads to perhaps our biggest quality of life improvement for these dedicated fans. Character builds and gear
Not
tips
final.
are coming to Guild Wars 2 in the
Of
near
course.
future.
That's engineer.
What was that? I missed it. I was reading chat. Is that build
This means
templates?
that players will be able to easily share their builds and switch between different loadouts with ease. You'll be equipped with the most appropriate gear for whatever activity you're doing, whether you're showing off in Lion's Arch, optimizing for raids, or getting ready for the next big clash in World versus World. You'll have full control over your character's kit.
Free.
All of these content updates, features, and quality of life improvements continue to be given for free with no monthly subscription fee.
It's not free. Come on, stop. Let's go whaling. Mike Z, let's go whaling.
To the community, The team at ArenaNet is continually humbled and amazed at your streams, your tweets, your fan art, and most importantly, your support over the last 2 years. The stories that you share with us mean so much. We've aimed at making Guild Wars 2 one of the best valued MMORPGs on the market, and we couldn't have done it without your support. So, you may be asking,
Finally.
where do we go from here?
As they sell $35 fucking
We're
mount
here
skins.
to pull back the curtain on the continued commitment we have for Guild Wars 2 and the next chapter of Living Story.
Just like the
So
2
without
years
further
after
ado,
Pop
I want to
before.
introduce you to the new season.
Oh, here we go. Is this
Okay,
cinematic? Yes. All right.
cinematic.
You do not fear death. You fear something far worse. You fear outliving the ones you swore to protect.
Nice.
You fear the day your children no longer feel the chill of the frost or the warmth of the flame.
That's a lot of coding.
It is this fear that is your enemy, not I. The prison in which all races of Tyria suffer. But you need not fear me, champion.
It's maroon. It's magenta.
For I can set you free.
It's a char.
Mm-hmm.
That makes no sense.
Join me, and you shall have the strength to protect your people in the trials to come.
Oh my god, this is so disgusting.
against
This is
me.
horrible.
And you stand alone.
I guess we're going right for Jormag.
Icebrood Saga. Saga that will have 6 episodes.
I hate that art style, sorry. That's
liked it.
I didn't like it. That was basic. Compared to what they've done in the past, the ending of the last episode looked better, way better than that.
Well, that's
In the Icebrood
different
Saga, there are
art
whispers
style.
of stirring trouble in the northern Shiver Peaks, and we're going to be putting you and your allies front and center as the threat slowly reveals itself. The northern reaches of Tyria are a blasted wasteland of ice and frost, the original home to the heroic Norn and the Char races.
Oh, it's about time.
So,
I'm
which
excited
means
for
that We're
this.
going to be pulling back the curtain on these two cultures to take an even more important role in the story.
About
You're
time.
going to be able to explore the personal histories of fan-favorite characters like Ritlock and Bram. You're going to go toe-to-toe with the Icebrood themselves, Jormag's twisted cult of Norn, who serve as avatars of the dragon's corrupting power. And we're excited to announce that the Icebrood Saga
Shama was
begins on
right.
September 17th with a prologue episode that will be free for
Wait.
all players who own Guild Wars 2 Path of Fire.
Wait. Prologue will be only free.
Yeah, that's weird.
But that's not all. So, with the Icebrood Saga, not only is now a great entry point for new players to come join us in Tyria, to get all of our free rolling updates, the new improvements, the new content, but beginning today, we are making it even easier for everyone to get into Guild Wars 2.
Oh, it's all free to
When
play
you
now.
purchase Path of Fire, starting in about 15 minutes, Heart of Thorns,
Okay, but
our
what
first
about
expansion,
Living
will be
Story?
included for free.
That one is expensive as
So
fuck
now,
if
hold
you
on.
need to buy everything.
So now, when you buy Path of Fire, you get Heart of Thorns for free.
Yeah.
And Core. So,
This means that moving forward,
That's
there's one
nice.
single purchase that gives you access to both the Maguma and its masteries like gliding,
but it doesn't give
and
you Living
the Alonian
Story.
Desert and the
Yeah.
mountains.
You still have to pay
So if you've
25
never
bucks for
experienced
the
Guild Wars 2
Living
before,
Story. I think
or
it's
have yet to
$4 per
try the
episode.
revolutionary genre-defining mounts, this is the perfect time to jump in.
They're
For those
not
of you who
genre
have already
defining.
purchased Heart of Thorns and have enjoyed countless hours
Yeah.
in the Maguma, we want to show you our
Exactly,
appreciation
Tox.
for your loyalty. And with that, we're going to release the support through an exclusive Heart of Thorns Veterans Pack.
Wait.
What is that?
This Veterans Pack includes a Mordrum-themed glider, a new title Vanguard, both of which can only be obtained through this, and a voucher for one of 16 possible gem store armor pieces.
Hey. Okay.
So that's if you already had. I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
It's
if you
free.
Paid, if you paid, well, you paid for Heart of
Thorns,
Thorns, so.
Or sorry, Path of Fire, but not Heart of Thorns. Later this week, you will receive the expansion added free to your account.
So if you have Path of Fire but don't have Heart of, get it for free. That's not bad.
Is he crying?
All of this will start being rolled out early next week.
He needs a tissue. His nose is like running.
Packs is kind of important.
It's turning me off. Look, oh my God, dude.
Jesus.
Come on.
Wipe your nose. Sorry.
Okay. He heard you.
And you are what motivates us to push ourselves to create great content year after year.
That's it?
From all of us, thank you.
How long was it? 12 minutes?
All right, so what do we got now?
And now we'll get the interviews.
Were we happy with that? I know the one person up front with the woo. I know you're very excited, but that's what I want to let it. You guys are a great audience. I want you to know, because everybody back there, of course, yesterday in rehearsal, super like, oh my God, like, are they gonna like it? Or what's gonna happen?
Pee.
You guys are killing it. Thank you so much. You like?
Run.
Guys, they like it. You did all right. That's just the start, though, ladies and gentlemen. Sure, it's an amazing trailer, but let's talk about what's actually happening in Icebrood. Please welcome to the stage, alongside me, Julian Norden, and, of course, Novera King, the narrative team. Come on out here. Thanks so much, Julian. Novera, how are you?
Thanks for having us. Hi, guys.
Is it a weight off your shoulders?
Yeah,
People know now. You don't have to worry about leaking anything. You're okay.
Yeah, you have no idea.
I bet. I think, when I got announced as the host for this, obviously I started going to the communities, talking to everybody about it. One of the big questions was, where are we going? What are we going to be doing? What are the inspirations for where you're going? You're obviously Shiver Peaks, right? Icebrood. What did you guys look to? What did you want to accomplish with the setting?
Yeah, so Guild Wars 2 has a really incredibly rich lore populated with really fantastic characters, and we've barely scratched the surface of that. So far, we've tackled 3 of the Elder Dragons. We've gotten Zaitan, Mordremoth, and Krakatorek, but there's 3 left. And we really wanted to get back to what makes the game great, which is the player races, and we haven't given as much love to Gord and Norn as we've given to the others. The Sylvari had Heart of Thorns, and the humans kind of took center stage in Alona. So the Shiver Peaks really seemed to us the perfect setting to tell a different type of dragon story.
What is this? I want snow.
We're kind of wondering what's the new status quo now that 3 of the Elder Dragons are gone, 2 are asleep, and we don't know what's going on with the 3rd one.
They gave this away months ago. Mike Z said this in the April blog post, that they were looking at the Char and the Norn. So.
So, Novera, for you, what does it all mean? What does it all shake down?
Well, part of the awesome thing about going to the Shiver Peaks is that we're going to have the opportunity to really get immersed
You already
in
said
the
it.
Char culture, which
But
I'm super
Char
excited about personally.
are in the Shiver
I think,
Peaks.
with Bram and Ritlock, we've
Yeah.
had friends who are
Weird.
Norn and Char and Norn. Bram and Ritlock. Norn and Char.
These are the kind of things you got to lock up now.
Yeah,
otherwise
Oh my
Twitch
God!
chat
Yeah,
eating
this
you
is,
alive right
yeah, don't. No, just nerves, guys. Just nerves. A lot of you. Hi.
Everybody, this is Novera. You can say hi back.
Thanks. I feel a lot better now. So part of what's awesome is that we're going to have this opportunity to really see their homelands and see Norn through Norn eyes.
So also
and Char
Blood
through Char
Legion,
eyes.
homeland?
We get to have that opportunity where we're immersed.
I'd like to see that, yeah.
Understand the nuances of those
Seems so.
cultures, not
But
just what
those
they
are
do
not in
awesome
Shiver
to
Peaks.
play, but who they really are. And, every culture, no culture is a monolith, right? So we're going to have lots of different opinions and points of view, and that offers us as writers amazing conflict and drama opportunities to bring you guys really stellar, entertaining content.
I was going to say, what is that like for you guys, right? Because again, since the launch of Guild Wars 2, people have known about the Char. They've known about the Norn, right? Like they want to know their characters based around these people. You've seen one, you've seen two. What's it like to now go and get invested in those civilizations?
I think part
After
of it
7
is that,
years.
Especially with our very first episode, where the prologue, Bound by Blood.
And yeah, well, what's that all about? Why is it a prologue and not episode 1? That's a great question.
Well, we want to have an opportunity to celebrate.
Why do we have to
this
celebrate
year,
all the
how
time?
Turic's gone. He's been, a really dark force over Tyria for
No, he
so
hasn't.
long,
It was 3
and
episodes.
So we wanted this opportunity to really celebrate and have that.
He flew over the desert and made expanded the brand. That's.
So,
Is that what we're calling it?
It is an Icebrood Saga, so I feel like,
Oh, I got questions about that too. Don't worry.
Okay.
That's my only issue with these guys is they think their story is so much
jumping
better than what it
right
really is in
with the
reality.
Char. It is the All Legion rally on the Char Blood Legion homelands. We're bringing everybody in.
So
We've got
we're getting
Blood,
there.
We've got Ash, we've got Iron. We've even got Flame, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for.
Back.
Flame Legion is back. So it's sort of.
They never left. They're in the Citadel of
They
Flames.
are Char. They are part of.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they don't pay attention to dungeons anymore, so.
We're going to get an opportunity to see that, but also on a more personal level. I mean, let's think about the Char. They're a very military, group-oriented society that has a structure unlike anything else in Tyria. What does family mean?
Nothing.
To Char?
Nothing.
And with Ritlock, if
Exactly.
anybody's been following his Twine, he's kind of maturing a little bit. In
Oh,
his
that's
outlook.
another thing.
He's
Story
been
and Twine.
away for a long
GG.
time. So we're going to have
I
this
just want to
opportunity
waste my
delve
time
into
reading
history and
stuff.
relationships. He mentioned in the Twine he had cubs.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
But they don't care.
But also he has a relationship with the Blood Legion Imperator. So we're Bangar Ruinbringer. We're going to get to see him and spend some time.
Okay,
with him,
that's
and
cool.
The other Imperators are going to get FaceTime too, because let's face it, it's the dawn of a new era. What does that mean for the Char? What does that mean for everybody? But does this mean the Char, the treaties that brought all the different races together, are those still valid? Some have questions about that. Is it time for all...
Why would Flame Legion want to go together with the other?
Is it time for a different path entirely? I think, different characters...
Tell us the answers. I know the answers.
I'm just giving y'all teases. These are just teases. You got to come and play. But, this is one of those moments where we're going to have the opportunity to see the different perspectives from different characters and see where that takes us. And then Julia can tell us more about the Norn.
The Norn. Give it up.
Seriously, the Norn.
Kind of each race in Tyria is connected to an elder dragon, and the Norn are the ones that are connected with Jormag. So they have a really personal history with this dragon. For those of you in the audience, maybe this is your first time coming to a Guild Wars 2 event, don't know a lot about the game. Jormag drove the Norn out of their ancestral homelands, and they settled further south in this settlement called Holbreck. And the Norn had this prophecy about the Fang of the Serpent, which is one of Jormag's teeth that they have hanging up in there. And the Norn, to crack that fang, is going to be the one to slay Jormag and bring them back home again. In Season 3, Bram cracked that fang.
Good job.
He also went to go slay Jormag and failed pretty spectacularly. He showed back up, and we don't know what became of his guild. We don't know what the repercussions are. For the Norn, who have this culture that's focused on legend and reputation, to go and do that and fail has some pretty meaningful consequences.
He didn't
We're going to
fail.
experience those with him firsthand.
It was off screen.
Who are a dragon worship. Boo! Right? They're a dragon worshipping cult. They worship Jormag, and they're all dudes. We'll get to that in the game, but they're all dudes. But they've been kind of watching from the shadows for the last few years, seeing us kill Zaitan, seeing us kill Mordremoth, seeing us kill Kralkatorix.
And this seems against their core values.
This is good against their core values. Some keen players noticed some Sons of Svanir having some opinions about that at Dragon Bash.
Yes.
So we're going to explore that in a big
give me playable code then.
Jormag's kind of a little anxious about that too. The other things that we want to look at in the Shiver Peaks region are the spirits of the wild. The Norn follow these spirit guides.
Okay.
You can choose, if you play a Norn, between snow leopard, bear,
Wolf.
raven, and wolf. But we also have some ones that went
Owl.
missing. that when the Norn fled south, they stayed behind to kind of fend Jormag off. So that's Owl, Wolverine, Ox, Eagle, and we're going to let you
Okay,
guys know what
cool.
happens in the season.
Oh, wow. That's
yeah.
surprising. That's surprising. I didn't think they were going to touch that lore.
As far as the Norn are concerned, and behind me, we've got the Codens. So you'll be visiting with them as well and learning
Okay,
more
give
about
me
kind of their
playable
relationship to
code
the
then.
Norn.
No.
Now,
No, we're
I'm
not
looking
getting
through the
playable
notes I
code.
jotted down, and Julia, you just slipped up.
No, I didn't.
You
I
called it a season.
Previously.
It says very clearly
Icebrood
Saga.
Yes.
I've seen the Twitch chat since the announcement. What is going on? What is the difference? Is this a full-blown season? Is this Don't try to dance out of it.
Help my girl out. I gotta help my girl
If
out.
they say this is going to be like Guild Wars Season 1 or Living Story.
You can still expect the awesome episodic content that you're used to. The difference is we've now got 4 content teams, and so that kind of gives us a little bit of leeway on what a release is.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's going to be a story-focused episode, but it could also mean on expanding existing content or focusing on another element of the game or trying a new type of
So
content
season
that we've
1,
never tried before.
Yeah.
So we also have some surprises.
feature
along this
packs.
line. And I think the design team's going to speak to some of that too in a few minutes here. It's bigger
I'll believe it when I'll see it.
It feels like it gives you more leniency.
Yeah,
too.
it
You can
does.
try things, right? Yeah.
It's fluid. It's
Oh,
flexible.
there we go. Let's try things again. 17 years of failure. Let's start trying things again.
To make it a great, accessible place for new players who aren't familiar with the franchise to jump on and have.
Tox, I believe that all of them will be free. The only difference is the prologue will be free to everyone,
Worried about the Saga versus
whether
season
you
thing.
log
I
in
know
or
that
not.
was
The other ones you'll have to log in. If you don't log in during the window,
Get back to
you'll have
making
to
the
pay.
game. Looking great. All this talk of Icebrood. I feel like I need a jacket.
Not bad.
'Cause it's
I
cold.
guess
They
I'm
say
I'm
I'm
happy
trying
that
to
they're
speak, sorry.
they're doing
My next
Spirits
guest,
of the
ladies and
Wild.
gentlemen, have been hard at work designing all the fun you're going to be having when you start playing on September 7th.
Yeah, start writing this
Please
stuff
welcome
down.
to the stage,
Okay,
Clayton and
gameplay
Jason
team.
from
They are
Gameplay
going
Team.
to
Come on,
talk
guys.
about build templates for
Right. Power. Hey, man. Thanks for coming out. So, I mean, really, this saga's already begun, right? You guys up to the cooking level. Everybody lost their minds, even when it
Not
got
really.
mentioned in the opening. I mean, what else can you possibly do in this? What do you guys
Jewel crafting.
Yeah, we have a ton
That's
of
for the
stuff,
8th year.
Right? And so I'll talk about some of those things. Some of them, not all of them, right?
Boo.
I know.
Boom, I've told you.
So we're going to be starting off with the prologue episode, which is called Bound by Blood. That is going to be set in the location that is often requested by fans, which is the Charcoal Lands, called Grothmar Valley.
Okay, new char map. Grothmar Valley.
too much
But then
green.
from there, with episode 1 and
That's
episode 2,
Ascalon,
we're going to
buddy.
the Far Shiver Peaks, and that is the furthest
But
north we've ever been.
Ascalon has autumn now colors, you know, orange, yellow.
So then from there, we're going to go into some masteries. Z had alluded before that we will be taking existing masteries and bringing them into future content. So expect things, like gliding, jumping mushrooms, updrafts, right? But we're also continuing our horizontal progression philosophy by introducing a new mastery line, starting with episode 1. That mastery line will actually evolve and grow into episode 2. And if you're
Just
wondering
like
what that is,
season,
it is actually going to be exploring the history of the Norn
I like what I'm
deities,
seeing.
the spirits of the wild. And for episode 1, the first spirit is going to be the Raven spirit.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Are we getting some cool third eye abilities and all?
All the third eyes.
Okay,
The only thing I don't like about this is that right there. Why does the char care about Raven or Owl or Wolf? They don't care.
Z had mentioned it's a really great jumping off point, and he's absolutely right. It's a fresh arc. It's a fresh story. It's a great jumping off point for old players, new players.
That's
and
interesting.
Continue this crazy ride.
Now, you talk about it being a jumping off point. Again, prologue, not episode 1. This is the start of the saga, or even before the start of the saga, if that's how prologues work. What does that mean? What are you introducing here? How does that influence the rest of the story going forward?
So with the prologue, we are, as everyone said multiple times, we're going to Grothmar Valley. But
I
back
like
in season
that.
4, we killed the Elder Dragon Kralkatorrik. And so all the Char warbands are grouping up to come together in a peaceful, big-ass party. So
Why
there's
flame,
going to
though?
be rock concerts, there's derby racing, Coliseum battles, ceremonial burning of the Flame Legion effigies.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this.
This is where I want
That's
to go. This is
awesome.
Where I wanna go.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I like that.
Kitty's losing the mind.
I don't really like it.
I like it.
But yeah,
Where's
so
Mosh Pit?
Blood, the prologue is going to be a lot of what you guys are familiar with already with our releases. Going into episode 1 and 2, that Clayton and I are
Why
working
can't
on,
we have a
we're
serious
trying out
story?
some new stuff, and so episode 1 and 2 have a deeply intertwined story, and it's also going to be a tone difference from the prologue because there's a pretty heavy inspiration from Lovecraftian horror. So a little bit darker.
Not as many rock concerts in Lovecraftian horror. No.
I know Cthulhu could kill it on the drums.
Oh, yeah. He did really well. Wow.
So there's going to be a dynamic growth of the map between episode 1 and 2. The new areas, new stories, new achievements, new events, mastery unlocks, all that across the 2 episodes.
I like it.
We're
I like
really
that.
looking forward to this different dynamic approach.
What about new bosses? I think that's something you guys have been known for, right? Giant things that we can all go pummel.
Yeah. What are players going to be hitting with their sticks?
Yes.
Right? And how are we going to be
Auto
hitting
attacking.
these things with our sticks?
Correction.
Keyboard, mouse, generally.
Yeah, that's a good point. But we're excited to announce a new feature that will answer that question in the form of strike missions. And so what strike missions are going to allow players to group up to 10 people.
So bounties?
Challenging boss encounters. It's going to be
Open world raid.
Into raid content, but without a lot of the stress.
Oh, nice.
Right?
So raid training. That's raid training.
Looks like.
We heard all you.
That's big. That's pretty huge.
Twitchy type of content, the high choreographed content, and so we want to introduce something that is going to be that stepping stone into something.
I assume more digestible too. Like raids are great, right? But there's such a time commitment.
They're extreme time commitment. Sometimes it's really hard to even get a bunch of friends together, right? Different time zones, like all different types of stuff like that. So we're introducing a public mode with this, which will allow you to group up to people in the map looking for the same boss that you're trying to take out, right? So we're really excited about that.
That's pretty sweet.
I
like that.
Prologue, we're actually introducing the first one, which is this Icebrood construct. He's right behind me, super scary. But what's interesting about this guy is he's going to evolve from the prologue to episode 1. So not only in his model, but also in his game mechanics as well. And then in episode 1, back to Lovecraftian horror that you're speaking to, Jason, we're going to introduce this thing called a bone skinner. And this thing is terrifying. It's going to haunt you.
Don't want that. Don't want that.
It's going to set traps. It's going to ambush you. It's going to throw its voice to trick you. It is going to be a force of nature in this map. So you're going to be constantly
That's pretty sweet.
To see what this thing is.
How often do you walk around the office looking at him going, Bone Skinner's ready?
Every day, Greg. Every day. People are actually upset with me, but it's fine.
It's really annoying.
Right.
Actually, if you meet this guy afterwards, talk about WWF. You have to talk about the wrestling stuff.
Yeah.
Let's just do
it's
it now.
It's a big thing.
Right, and so another thing just to mention is from a design standpoint, what Strike Missions allow us to do is to take creatures and bosses that we create in like the story and campaign where most players only play once. Well, we get to take that, we get to tweak that, we get to modify that, put them in these strike missions, and players play that over and over again, get great rewards for it, right? So
2 greens.
I'm really excited about that.
And
that's not all. Last but not least, we're also continuing our lineage of world bosses. So starting with episode 2, we'll introduce another one. His name is Drakar.
Drakar's back.
Yeah.
Drakar's back.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, in GW1, there was this creature underneath this ice. It was like you knew it was.
I look nothing like that.
Interact with it. GW2, he's going to be the world boss that you get to interact with.
Yeah, he's more fluffy.
The concept art behind me is very early. It's still changing. We're still in the process of taking.
You should look at the silhouette in Guild Wars 1. I would recommend.
But for episode 2, players will be able to not only interact with this guy, you'll be able to beat the crap out of him as well. So.
That's pretty sweet.
A smattering of applause to team up and fight stuff. Guild Wars is also known for all
PvP.
of you fighting each other. Is there PvP stuff for this?
Absolutely. So we actually have a new armor set coming soon.
From the back of the room, the one PvP fan, we got him.
Yeah, I'm getting that new armor set.
Really?
Also, Z mentioned Swiss-style tournaments. Those are coming.
Really? Does anybody want to go for that in chat?
Personally. And then we have also mini seasons coming in between conquests.
That hat is nice.
Opportunity for us to sort of change up
The char
gameplay,
hat.
different activities, and so on between conquest seasons. And then finally, we have not forgotten about world restructuring. We're actually really excited.
In the coming months, it's never come.
No, you called the event. Talk about it now.
I turned it
They've
up
been
soon.
talking about
All
it
of us
for a
here.
year.
Always with the teases. Guys, I think it looks great. Do you guys think it looks great? Thank you both for all your work on it. Get off the stage and get back to making it. You know what I mean? Somebody's got to. If they're here talking to us, no one's making it at home, and that's a problem. Thank you. Round of applause.
Sue,
for
is that
the
better?
Please do. Before we leave you today, we have a few more final exciting announcements for you. So I'd like to welcome NC
It's
Soft
pretty much what
VP
I
of Marketing,
expected.
Mike Sibowitz to the stage. Come on, Mike.
Oh, the global. Oh,
What
the
the hell is he wearing?
Woo. Hey everyone, you liking everything? Awesome.
New friendship
I'm just
campaign.
nervous since I was on Guild Chat, so give me a moment here. All right, we've been hard at work with our wonderful third-party
So no other
partners,
features.
on a couple of projects we hope you will love. As you know, ArenaNet's 20th anniversary is coming up next year. To commemorate that milestone, we've partnered with Dark Horse Comics to release a special compilation showcasing the Guild Wars franchise's rich visuals and art. The complete Art of Guild Wars 20th
Okay, I
anniversary
want that.
edition will let you explore the living history of Tyria through an expansive collection of
I
never-before-seen
definitely
concept
want
art,
that.
production materials, and creator commentary.
I can live
It's
with
an
that.
absolutely gorgeous volume releasing in the spring of 2020, and it's available to pre-order right now
Okay.
at darkhorse.com.
I definitely want that.
Last month, we announced our partnership with Wild Bangarang to release some Guild Wars
Something
themed
for you,
leggings
Gord.
and dresses.
I'm
I was
good.
gonna wear it today. Couldn't get one in my size.
He was
But
gonna wear the
we're
dress.
expanding our clothing options that are available. This weekend, both Hot Topic and For Fans by Fans will be debuting brand new Guild Wars 2 t-shirts
Oh my
designs in their
God!
online stores. And UK-based apparel company Insert Coin will be featuring a new line of Guild Wars 2 inspired hoodies and t-shirts starting next month.
Why do people get excited about that? Like,
We are also partnering with Razer on a line of Guild Wars 2 phone cases and mouse pads.
oh my God,
Well,
it's fabulous.
if you like the music of the game, then we're happy to let you know you'll be able to stream the original scores for Heart of Thorns, Path of Fire, and Living World Seasons 2 through 4 through Tidal.
I wonder how many of these different things people are going to get hacked
We've
from.
also been working with a company that's just up the road from us to help bring some Guild Wars' most memorable characters to life. Yep.
I knew
The
about
team at
this
Funko
already.
are huge fans of the game, and today we're extremely happy to announce a line of Guild Wars 2 Funko Pops featuring beloved characters, Aurene,
Of course.
Ritlock
Okay, it
Brimstone,
looks nice.
nice, and everyone's
Meh.
favorite lich, Paulo Ajoko. These pops will be available in January and will also include a code for a special Funko Pop mini pet for the character in-game.
Fabulous.
Your continued support of the game has made all of this possible.
This is such.
These partnerships would not happen without you. We cannot wait to show you more about the Icebrood Saga in the coming months. For now, here's one last tease to get you ready for the new season. As the Commander and Dragon's Watch arrive to greet the Blood Legion Imperator, Bangaroonbringer, tempers flare between old acquaintances.
I'm here now. Nobody wants you here. Come.
You're the one who ordered me here. Sentimentality. For a second, I forgot what you really are. Your tribune. My disappointment. Good thing your cub had me for
Ooh.
a father.
Oh, snap, son.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sounds like soap opera. But I like it.
What is this?
Keep it going, right?
The
That was a
char
sneak
is
peek,
great.
of course. Come on, give me a okay, sorry. That was a sneak peek, oh my God, of the Icebrood Saga prologue episode, Bound by Blood. Of course, you know it launches September 17th. And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up our show this morning. Please, before we go, though, give a huge round of applause to these cosplayers, all right? If you weren't here live, they were out there taking photos. Bjorn's Workshop, our Norn Guardian, Terrible Trio Creations, the Char Legionnaire, Khan Grimblood. They're actually going to be on the YouTube. HyperX is doing a show called Behind the Cosplay. You'll see them there in the coming weeks. Thank you all so much for being here in Seattle. One more time for yourselves, please. You've been such a great audience. Thank you for watching on the stream. Remember, please follow Guild Wars on Twitter, Guild Wars 2, Twitter, Instagram, find out more about the Icebrood Saga.
All right.
I think we can discuss.
So, Icebrood Saga, they're changing from story to saga now, obviously.
But nothing has changed really.
I hate this cinematic.
It's still living story. Look, what is different? Absolutely nothing, because we get story, we get map, or maybe some map that will be expanded upon. That's the different, but it's pretty minor. PvP will get armor set.
It's a fusion.
World versus world will get talking for months about alliances, and PvE will get strikes that are basically bounties.
I like the
That's
strikes.
it.
I like the strikes. I'm not gonna lie. I like the strikes. I hate this cinematic art style. I'm sorry. I'm sure. I know people that do art get their feelings hurt or whatever, but you know what? Grow a pair. I hate it. I hate it. It is such a step back. It's this jittery.
You know what? I like it, but
I hate it. I'm sorry. Look at how jittery that is.
It definitely looks like it got less resources, but I still like it. Some effects look pretty cheap, but in my opinion, it looks great. By the way, did Jormac's voice sounded strange?
I don't think it's Jormac.
It was definitely Jormac.
It was Svanir.
It was Jormac.
It was Svanir.
Svanir is dead.
It was
Svanir.
Svanir.
Jormac is here above all those minions.
That's fine, but they worship Jormac.
Well, yes.
I don't think that was
Jormac was talking. No, he was talking about giving hope to those that have fear, etc. You know, that's exactly what Jormac whispers are about. You know, let me in, I will help you.
Yeah, Mario at GW2, I saw that
too. You don't want to have another bet with me.
No, I don't. But I mean, I'm just saying I don't think it was Jormag. I don't because they would have said Jormag, and they didn't. They just said basically the new threat is going to unfold as the saga progresses. Here's the deal.
They were talking about Jormag, like every race bound to a dragon, and Norn are bound to Jormag. They said that, and then they continue showing this cinematic, let's call it that way.
Yeah, I mean,
anyway,
whatever.
Doesn't
Moving
matter.
on past that, the strike missions are good. New map is good. the new saga thing, they said it themselves that basically, if there's nothing defined, so you'll get an episode still, but also under the saga, you might get the feature pack, like you had said. You might
But
get.
we don't even know about the cadence.
So
we
here's
know
the deal. Here's the interesting thing about that. They did say we'll get the cadence, but it might not be a story cadence. It might not be a story release. So we're gonna get a release every 2 to 4 months, whatever the new thing
That's
is.
what I'm talking about. We don't know the cadence.
Well,
but yeah, let's say that
but what they're trying
there
to
is
say.
some cadence. Yeah, but what will be in the page will vary. But yeah.
What they're trying to do is they're going to say, here we are at our 2-month mark, or here we are at our 4-month mark, and here's build templates. That's a release. So it's not exactly a story episode. But episode 2 might be like, oh, well, we cleaned up Kessex Hills and we were giving you build templates. So you could feasibly go 6 months without new story.
The thing is, though, you have 4 teams, but everyone is specialized in some way. Environmental artists will have nothing to contribute in, let's say, build template pack. So I don't think that we will go 6 months without story. However, we might get a lighter story and get build template, for example, or not get a map and get alliances, etc.
It's interesting, but I don't think it's any better. Honestly,
No,
I don't think it's any better.
I don't think that any change better has been noticed. And I think those strikes have potential, but I think that they will be disappointment, just like bounties. And bounties were promising. And
yeah, but I mean,
we got quite a disappointment with those because nobody was doing them. And I'm quite curious about the rewards for the strikes. If those will be shitty as everything else,
they will be. They will be right in line. You're gonna get a stack.
Nobody will do them.
You'll get a stack of map currency. You'll get a stack of unidentified whatever's
gear. Yeah. But then nobody will do them, just like the bounties.
The whole reason why they did this is because they're switching from season to saga. That's the only reason why they did such a big thing. I don't think, honestly, I don't think there was much to be excited about. I am excited that they're going to focus on Char and Norn lore more. I'm really surprised that they're delving into the Spirits of the Wild. That's something.
I'm surprised they're going to Homeland.
And Char's the Blood Legion Homelands. Yeah, the little snippet we got with Ritlock and the Imperator was pretty freaking sweet. I liked it. I mean, there's interesting things that way, but it's no different than what it is now. Where's Ori?
Nothing special.
Here's my point.
I'm glad she wasn't there.
Yeah, but if she's not there, neither is Jormag, neither is Primo, and Primordius. Primordius is tied in with the Asura.
It's prologue. Take it this way. It's prologue. We're going to Blood Legion Homelands, and they said that there is going to be a celebration. So I expect more interpersonal drama than some big threat appearing. I expect a prologue that will set up the setting, and maybe at the end we will find out about, let's say, Sons of Svanir attacking, or something like that.
I agree, but with Z saying that the threat will slowly become known as everything unfolds. Here's what I think is going to happen. They were talking about the first 2 episodes, right, as being in Northern Shiver Peaks. Well, what if after that we go to the Char? I think they're going to start kicking the story back and forth again. So 2 teams working 2 teams
That's quite
working
possible. Yeah.
on Norn, 2 teams working on Char, and they're gonna do that back and forth crap again. I mean,
I got that
maybe it'll
feeling
be
from
good.
that as well. Yeah. Um,
I don't know.
I don't know. You know,
Let's wait and
uh, uh,
see.
no. Let's presume that with 2 story arcs that we will be intertwined, Norn arc and Char arc, and that they will somehow then come to, let's say that will happen, and also with what we know about the case that will sometimes maybe won't get story.
Mhm.
I don't see any possibility for a good character development, story development.
Yeah.
It will be again shallow and
quick,
full of Deus ex machina. Suddenly something will be resolved with some bullshit.
Aurene. Aurene's always gonna step in.
It reminds me of Story 3. Because it feels like we will go jump around the whole map again. It won't have a big continuity, and I'm not sure if I like it. I definitely don't like it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean,
And again, we will not get any playable raid. What a surprise! We will not get any. They didn't even mention mount that they mentioned before. They didn't even mention raid or fractals.
That's
a
interesting.
big one. That's a big one. They use strikes as an example for an introduction for raids, but they mentioned no raid development or fractal development.
I do like that though. I like it. I think that's
I think that
I think that's
many
the best thing they
people-
showed.
I think that many people that many veterans that like group content, like raids, like fractals, like dungeons, were waiting for this stream to find out whether it's worth for them to stay in the game. And I don't think that this has persuaded.
No.
I definitely don't. Strikes feel like the easier introduction to raid. I think as they should.
Yeah.
But they won't entice hard players.
No,
And,
definitely not.
And they got nothing. PvP got nothing. One armor set. That's that
But
was
see,
ridiculous.
But see, that's what I'm saying. One of the releases under the saga could be a PvP map.
PvP map is nothing. They have released PvP recently, 2 versus 2, and it's not even edit in quick play. It's only in custom. It's completely dead on arrival.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Well,
and I don't play PvP, but I'm sad for the PvP community and even for the world versus community because I see how they are neglected. I know ANET has less developers now, and their focus has always been living story because that's one formula. No need to think about new systems or something that would keep players. No, they want to keep players that will log in maybe once a week, buy a mount skin, and stand in, and that's it. And once per 3 months, we'll play for 1 story.
Somebody's knocking on my door. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back.
Story can be fun, but it's not enough in an MMO. And I agree with you, Tibute. People can already set up a private map. PvPers wanted a new mode, not just a new map that can be played only in custom. It's nothing. So how did you like the announcement?
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
My neighbor asked if it was okay she could park in my driveway. Anyway.
Yeah, I went on a rant.
That's
done
fine.
with it, or no, when you weren't here, I went on a rant. Yeah. And
So
yeah, it doesn't seem like nothing new. The old formula, and yeah, let's try strikes. That's the only new thing I think is
yeah.
there.
Yeah, I agree with you,
Worthwhile.
Tox.
And
The build templates are
okay,
good.
Okay, maybe let's say that's only the thing of the prologue. Maybe the next episode will be bigger, better. I don't know.
So here's my thing with build
But I doubt
templates,
it.
though. In order for them to monetize them, what they're going to do, I noticed that as they were going through and switching their build template, the gear was changing. So I think
Yeah.
they're going to sell similar bags like they sold in Guild Wars 1 for the Zaishin coins that are specifically for gear. So if you want to use your build templates, you're going to have the gear on you.
No, there's much easier way to it. You just give players, let's say, two build template slots, and you can buy additional one.
Yeah, they could do
Boom.
that too. But I'm
Easy.
sure you're gonna have to have the
Easy.
gear on you. I think you're gonna have to carry the gear.
Yeah,
which
definitely.
Which is silly.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's pretty much what I expected. It was actually a little bit less than what I expected.
Yeah.
We really got nothing. I mean, they say, "Hey, we're changing again." It's 7 years. I've been saying for a long time that I feel like it's a collection of failed ideas. Somebody else was saying on Twitter that Levi shared a post with me. That's what it feels like, and I mean, maybe now they're finally getting it right. The good news is
No. You're repeating yourself. We have been saying maybe they are finally getting it right
it's
with
true.
Thorns, with Path of Fire, and nothing has changed really.
Yeah, it hasn't. The good news is though, if Icebrood Saga takes 2 years, feasibly, if
Possibly,
they're tying in dragons now to the races, the Asura are tied in with Primordius.
Yes, definitely. They
so
were.
Then your next saga. So
they
then
went
if we
to
have
surface because of him.
Yeah. So if we have a 2-year Icebrood Saga, then we can have a 2-year Destroyer Saga, which would tell the story, more story for
Asura, yeah.
Asura and what's the weeds? The Sylvari.
No, Sylvari got Mordremoth.
Yeah, but they could get more development.
Why? They got
dwarves.
They got,
dwarves are dead. I'm so tired of the last of dwarves and the last of Mersa and the last of the 6 human gods and the last of dragons and the last of the seers and it's
but
played.
dwarves will be in the, let's say, living story with prime orders because they are supposed to still be underground keeping him. Well, they haven't kept him in one place since we have already met him.
Yeah.
And Balthazar almost killed him. But yeah. But okay, they have bonus points from me for not featuring Orin. I really like that.
She's not going to be in the story anymore, and feasibly.
No, she will be. She will be, but
she will be
maybe not in the immediate.
At the end, there's no reason for humans to fight dragons anymore because if you think about it, both Primordus and Jormag were drained or whatever. They lost magic to Balthazar, which put them to sleep. So feasibly, Aurene has absorbed Mordremoth and Zaitan and Balthazar and Joko and now Kralkatorrik.
Yeah.
She could easily just swoop in and kick their face it because now, also with her ascending it to an Elder Dragon, where are all the magical anomalies now? There's no more tremors in Tyria. There's no more anomalous magic outside of the maps. When we go into
You
the
know,
new maps, we're not going to see it.
that would imply that those magical anomalies were kinda caused by Krakatory, because maybe he had so much magic that it was, seeping into Tyria everywhere.
There's more balance to the magic now because of Aurene, which takes the pressure of we have to take care of dragons now off,
Yeah.
which is why I believe that the person talking was not Jormag. I don't believe it was.
I'm 100% sure it's
We'll
German.
see. I'm not betting.
We'll see.
I'm not betting. I'm not that stupid.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, but what was there next? Well, Blood Legion Homelands are definitely a nice surprise. I did not expect that.
But is it just one map for a buzzword? Is it just to say, "Hey guys, we put you in the Blood Legion Homelands, and now we're
No.
over here screwing around in
The
Kryta"?
one map is not called Blood Legion Homelands. It's something started with, I don't remember.
Yeah,
anymore.
it was like G something, but it's gonna be north of crap. I haven't played in a while, so I don't know. It's gonna be
Blood
to the
Citadel
northeast.
should be there. So
now Black Citadel's down in
no,
the
not
south.
Black Citadel, Blood Citadel, the Citadel of the Blood Legion.
Blood Legion Citadel, yeah. Well, that could be further in though. That doesn't have to be in the first map.
But Anet never cared much about connecting the maps to the existing ones.
Now they'll
the
skip.
whole Path of Fire maps were just scattered around. So I don't think that would be a big problem.
Well, the exciting part of it for a Guild Wars 2 fan that's still heavily invested in the game is that they're pretty much setting up another 6 years of Guild Wars 2.
6 years? No.
If you say on average 2 years for a living story.
That seems
because you're talking
reasonable.
2 years for Jormag, 2 years for Primordius, 2 years for Steeping Bubbles. They could be. That's what I'm saying. We don't know because now it's a saga. And I think they changed the terminology a lot like that to keep you guessing. Because now you don't know. Because there could be 8 episodes, only 4 containing story.
But that was the different number of episodes varied the Living Story season. First Living Story had a lot of episodes because we were getting them. Then second season had 8. Then third season had 5, I think.
If they go back to a
6.
If they go back to a 2-week cadence now, they're going to lose all their whales. They're going to lose all the casuals. It's going to be done.
They won't. They won't go to bi-weekly. No, I think that the cadence match. I think what will change will be mostly wording.
Yeah.
We will not get story season, but saga, because it sounds nicer, I guess. But it will be absolutely the same thing. Maybe we will get glorified feature packs that will be watcher like alliances, and Anet will get all the praise from the community.
They're trying to
Do
keep
you remember the feature packs we got in Story 1?
Those were great. Yeah,
they had more features than had a Path of Fire. Path of Fire had one feature, but yeah.
No, it's true. Toxter, I kind of agree with you, but I also can't deny that there's a large base of Guild Wars 2 fans that are keeping Guild Wars 2 very profitable. They're making pretty decent money. Still, they're making about $320 million a year for that MMO, and they just liberated 140 plus positions out of the company. I still think that they're working on something else.
However, I think
one sec. Tox, you're saying GW1 ran for so long because of the level of content in the game. GW1 ran for 2 years. It released in 2005, and Eye of the North was the last thing that released for Guild Wars 2. That released in 2007. It's still running. It's coming up on its 15th year, but it only ran for 2 years with content supported.
Wasn't that more with the Nightfall and Infections?
Nope. Guild Wars Prophecies released in 2005. Guild Wars Factions released a year after that in 2006. Nightfall released 9 months later. And then Eye of the North, I believe, came out in 2007. Mid 2007. And that was the last
Let me
update.
check. Okay. Prophecies 2005, Fact 6, Nightfall 6.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nightfall came out 9
North
months
7.
after Factions. And Eye of the North released in mid 2007. I believe it was almost a year later. Because it was originally going to be Guild Wars 2 Utopia. Now, you could say that they added Wayfarer's Reverie in 2010. I get what you're saying, Tox, but on paper, Guild Wars 2 was only supported for 2 years with content and has been running Guild Wars 1, yeah. 2 years with content support. 15 years now. It's coming up on its 15th birthday. So it's still running. And I think they're going to do the same thing with Guild Wars 2. I think what they're trying to build with Guild Wars 2 is this low level of content support that they can trickle out while they roll out their next game. And I think that's always been the plan. I think
it's quite possible.
I think where NCSoft disagreed with ArenaNet was, if there was any disagreement at all, if it wasn't just a quick cash grab for NCSoft, is I think Guild Wars 2 was not developing or ArenaNet was not developing a Guild Wars 3. They were going to put Guild Wars to mobile and allow Guild Wars 2 to be supported with minimal content updates while they went full bore into a brand new game. That's what I think. But yeah.
It's still mind-blowing that they release basically 3 standalone games plus an expansion pack in 2 years.
2 years.
And in 7 years they released not that much. Jesus.
It's amazing, isn't it? And Guild Wars 1 had a staff of 150.
Yeah. Anyway, the reactions on Twitter are piling up, and Icon has one from Reddit. Someone on Reddit has said, "I would have even accepted a mobile game." Oh my! See, I think that many people will be now disappointed because they expected much more.
No console. And Tim's just saying in chat, he thinks after the saga, that's when we're gonna get the console release, and then 2 more sagas, and then we'll get GW3. If there was ever time to do a console release, it's now, and it's to Xbox. It's a simple port. It helps Xbox with something else that's exclusive to the current generation while they're trying to work with Sony to get through this exclusivity and cross-platform stuff for the next generation. Because any talks that Nintendo, Xbox had, and Xbox and PlayStation have are for the next generation, not the current generation. That's dead. That's locked in. So to get Guild Wars 2 as your locked in exclusive MMO, it's a popular MMO, to get it on there, now would be the time to do it. It was going to be held up because of the quality testing that Microsoft needed. If I'm recalling what Mike Z said correctly, their release cadence didn't fall into the proper testing line, so they couldn't do it. But anyway, if they were ever going to do a console release or any kind of expansion, today was a day to say it. That's when you shut up your critics. That's when you prop up your fans that are supporting you still. And they didn't bring it. What they brought was cool. It's going to keep me logging in every 2 months or whenever they do the new thing. I'll definitely check out Strikes. I love that idea.
but that's as if they haven't announced anything. Nothing has really changed. Nope. And I hate being correct with this, with expecting exactly this. I hoped that they have learned or that they have moved. But, well, I guess they haven't. So
they are working on the next thing. They have to diversify as a studio, and when you're looking at the studio, you can't blame them. This is me separating Gord the gamer from Logic Gord, if you can believe that. But they have to do something. You're not going to survive in the gaming industry on this one game. They could, but they should diversify too, and I think that's what they're looking at. And they are trying to find a way where they can keep Guild Wars 2 fans happy while they work on the next thing. But the problem that's always been at ArenaNet is they are too creative. And what they need is all the creative people that they have with one person at the top that says, no, we're not doing that. We're doing this. Focus. Okay. That's what they need. They've never had that. Never.
They just need to stop reinvent the wheel.
Every time. We're 7 years in, and we've gone from Living Story to Living World Sagas now. So, I mean, on paper, guessing they're setting up 6 years. It's great, but I mean, what we're getting is not as good as what they think.
They must feel comfortable with their income, and they must feel that they are okay, and that NCSoft will be okay with the income they are. And their income is not getting bigger; it's getting smaller.
It's static.
It's normal. Yeah, it's not even static. It's lowering, as it's absolutely normal with MMOs and with the with the games like this.
All I'm saying is what happens when NCSoft steps in again and says, "Look, you need to make expansions." That's what they did with Heart of Thorns. That was never an ArenaNet's plan to do an expansion. And NCSoft said, and I can assume this with relative confidence because it showed up in NCSoft's call, their quarterly call. They said, we're going to expand revenue from Guild Wars 2 by releasing expansions. And then it was, 4 months later, they announced Heart of Thorns. And Mike O'Brien is on camera in interviews in 2012, 2013 saying, we're not doing expansions, we're doing Living Story. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. When you're looking at it, I agree. Not much has changed. The little bit of stuff that they showed today was exciting. It was kind of exciting what they did today, but they could have done it on Guild Chat last week instead of renting out a hall. But that's them saying, "Hey,
I think that's NCSoft. I think that's NCSoft making them do actual market." But
that could be too.
Off topic, public service announcement. Still playing the game. Apparently, there is a free Guild Wars 2 Heart of Thorns T-shirt in the gems today.
Oh, that's cool. I'll grab mine.
So like that white one.
Yeah.
With the green logo.
Yeah.
HOT.
All right. Well, I got to wrap it up there. I got some things I got to do. Levy, it was awesome. Yeah. We'll do this. Yeah. We'll do this next year.
It was sad. Oh my god.
Yeah, because I gotta buy you. I gotta buy you freaking
Shadowkeep.
I don't have to buy the digital deluxe, do I? Did you lose your second bet?
No, you lost your second bet because
I lost all my bets.
Yeah, your second bet was that they will announce Guild Wars 2 on Xbox.
That's so long ago. Long ago.
No, that was after the first bet. Actually, we talked about it again, and you said, "Okay, I'm making this another bet."
All right. Well, thanks everyone for coming to hang with us.
Thank you.
Sue and Tox. I guess it's going to be another year before we see alliances.
See you again in the mists.
All right. Later, peoples.
Bye.